Start.
Good morning, everybody. As you all know that we are from the National Public School and from the National English Medium School conducting the online classes for the SSLC students. Today, as I am the social science teacher of the school, I am going to teach you about the advent of Europeans. In last class, in the same lesson, we are already discussed about the constitutional network and the fall of constitutional network, and the related topic to the constitutional network we already discussed. In this class, we are going to discuss about the Battle of Plassey, which was held in the 1757 between British and Sirajuddaula. Who was Sirajuddaula? Means the Sirajuddaula was the Nawab of Bengal. As the Mughals were ruling in India at that time the Mughals have divided the provinces. Every province is gone to means they have given a response to the Nawab. As per that, the Sirajuddaula have become the Nawab of Bengal province. So he have observed that Britishers are misusing the rights which were given to them for the trade. So that time he had started opposing the Britishers in the various process. So the Britishers have attacked Sirajuddaula. So that battle is called the Battle of Plassey, which was held in the 1757. Let us discuss the causes of the Battle of Plassey. First one is misuse of dustcarts. What is the first topic? Is misuse of dustcarts. Here the Britishers are misusing the signatures and the rights and doing the various losses to the Sirajuddaula itself, so that he had not ready to accept anything that is related against the Dastaks, so he opposed the rights of the Britishers. So that is one of the topic that is called the misuse of Dastaks. Second one is mending of the fort without permission. Mending of the fort without permission. What is happened there means the British have to take the permission of the Nawab Sirajuddaula before mending the fort. So that time the Britishers have, without the permission of Sirajuddaula, have installed the cannons in the forts. So that time the Sirajuddaula have opposed and he have ordered to remove the cannons in those forts. That time the Britishers have not accepted his order. That time he was become very angry. Who have become angry? Sirajuddaula become angry against whom? Britishers. The last one is very important topic in this is that the Black Room tragedy. What is that one means? Black Room tragedy. What happened is the Sirajuddaula have attacked Fort William. Where he attacked means Fort William, and there he have imprisoned 146 Englishmen in a very small room. Where he imprisoned means in a very small room. There, when he had imprisoned 146 Englishmen in the small room, that time 123 have died. How many means? 123 Englishmen have died. This made Robert Clive angry. Who was he? Robert Clive? Governor General of British at that time. Okay, so that time he became angry, and that they have attacked on the Sirajuddaula. How they have attacked on the Sirajuddaula? How they have attacked? As you know that the Britishers all know that the Indians are not having the unity that time that he had used here. How he used means he has seen the commander-in-chief of Sirajuddaula, Mir Jafar. Who was he? Mir Jafar was the commander-in-chief of Sirajuddaula. Sirajuddaula's commander was Mir Jafar. He had means the British Robert Clive or the Britishers are able to convince Mir Jafar that if you help us in the Battle of Plassey, we will make you the Nawab of Bengal. So that time he really accepted the offer, and because he is the commander, he have to lead the military in the battle, but he had not came the force to help the Sirajuddaula. That time Sirajuddaula is easily defeated by the Britishers, and he tried to ram, but the Britishers have captured and killed Sirajuddaula in the battlefield itself in the 1757 in the Battle of Plassey. What happened there? Mir Jafar helped the Robert Clive. Who was Mir Jafar? Mir Jafar was the commander-in-chief of Sirajuddaula. Helped. As the when we see the results, this is the process of the war and causes. Also, we have seen already. Now, let us see the results of the Battle of Plassey. First of all, first thing is that brought immorality between the Indians. Indians having a moral sense that time, but after the Battle of Plassey, the Indians are become immoral. Immorality between the Indians. Second one, Mir Jafar became the Nawab of Bengal. Here Nawab mentioned means he became the Nawab of Bengal itself. Why he became the Nawab of Bengal? Because they have already given the offer to the Mir Jafar that if you help to defeat the Sirajuddaula, we will make you the Nawab of Bengal. Then company got exclusive business rights to do the trade in the Bengal province. Because now the Mir Jafar is their puppet itself, the Nawab of Bengal. He is for the name only the Nawab of Bengal, but he was the puppet in the hands of the Britishers. Then Mir Jafar had to pay the 17 crore and 70 lakhs. What he had to pay? 17 crore and 70 lakhs of rupees to the Britishers. Why he had to pay? The reason is the Fort William means the Sirajuddaula have attacked the Fort William, so that they have the loss over there. So they have approached Mir Jafar to fulfill the loss through the paying the amount of 17 crore and 17 lakhs. That is another result of the Battle of Plassey. Then what happened there is that this is the process, and this Battle of Plassey is internally connected with the Battle of Buxar itself. How it is connected? I will discuss about it here. Mir Jafar first the loyal to the British means Mir Jafar was first loyal to the British, because as you know that he was in the hands of the British as the puppet itself. But later he was unable to fulfill the greedy approaches, greedy needs of the Britishers. You know that the Britishers are very greedy. They have been giving more and asking the more and more offers to the Mir Jafar. He was unable to fulfill the needs of the Britishers, so that he had opposed to help the Britishers. So that time the Britishers have thought that why should we accept his orders there? Why should not we change the person? Because we only made Mir Jafar as the Nawab of Bengal. So they have brought the Mir Jafar's nephew. Mir Jafar's nephew called Mir Qasim, and then made him the Nawab of Bengal. Means now here Mir Qasim became the Nawab of Bengal. So that is the process of the Battle of Plassey. And how it is connected with the Battle of Buxar, as I already mentioned. That is the Battle of Buxar. As you know that the Mir Qasim became the, here I am told you that Mir Jafar have become the, Mir Jafar has opposed the Britishers, means he is unable to fulfill the needs of the Britishers. So they have made his nephew called Mir Qasim as the Nawab of Bengal. Now here Mir Qasim first very loyal to the Britishers. Who? Mir Qasim, very loyal to the Britishers. Later he declared the tax-free trade in the India. Means that is duty-free trade in the India. How? Because he already seen that as the Sirajuddaula have opposed the Dastakhats, misuse of Dastakhats. So like that he had also seen that same. Because he was a Nawab, he has become very responsible as the duty of a Nawab, and he opposed it, and he given the business is duty free in the Bengal province. That is very effective for the Britishers. How it is effective means that time the Indian traders and the British traders have the competence. Who have competence in there? Britishers and the Indians. Indian traders and the British traders also having the competition. That is very big loss for the Britishers. So they have thought better person was the Mir Jafar. Why should we accept the orders of Mir Qasim? So they again called Mir Jafar. You come. You are better than the Mir Qasim. You become Nawab again. So they removed Mir Qasim and they have again made Mir Jafar as the Nawab of Bengal. Means Mir Jafar became Nawab of Bengal again, second time. That time Mir Qasim thought, you know that the cunningness of the Britishers, so he want to attack on the Britishers. But he was single person, he can't attack on the Britishers. So he gone to the Shah Alam. Who was Shah Alam? Shah Alam was the Mughal ruler that time. Was he Mughal ruler? Shah Alam was the Mughal ruler and Shujauddaulah was the Nawab of Awadh. Nawab of Shujauddaulah. So these two persons, with the help of the Mir Qasim, is Mir Qasim, Shah Alam, Shujauddaulah. Three persons army have attacked on the British army, which was led by the Hector Munro. Who was Hector Munro? The commander in chief. We can think about that. He was leading the British army there, Hector Munro, and that time they have defeated Mir Qasim, ran by the battlefield, and Shah Alam was arrested. And that is the main process of the battle itself. So that is come through the Mir Qasim becoming the Nawab of Bengal and opposing the Britishers, and they have making the Mir Jafar as the Nawab of Bengal. Again Mir Qasim going to the Shah Alam and taking the help of the Shah Alam and Shujauddaulah there. That time the Hector Munro and their forces are attacking in the place called Buxar in 1764. Then the result means Shah Alam have to give the Diwali rights to the Britishers, means collecting the taxes. Diwali rights means the rights to collect the taxes in the Bengal province gone to the Britishers. Another is Shah Alam only have to give the 26 lakhs rupees annually to the Britishers. And Nawab of Awadh means the Shujauddaulah itself. He have to give the 50 lakhs to the Britishers because of the war wages. So this is the process of these two battles called the Battle of Plassey and the Battle of Buxar. Once again, my dear students, we will recall the results of the Battle of Plassey. Results of Battle of Plassey of 1757. Here, broad immorality between the Indians. Mir Jafar became Nawab of Bengal. Company got exclusive business rights. Company refers to the British East India Company. Mir Jafar paid 70 crore and 70 lakhs of rupees to the Britishers. The reason is the attack of Sirajuddaulah on the Fort William. So that he had to pay. These are the results. And as you know that Mir Jafar became the Nawab of Bengal after that. Then he was unable to fulfill the greedy needs of the Britishers. So his nephew Mir Qasim became the Nawab of Bengal. That again we revive the battle of Buxar. Mir Qasim was loyal to the British first. Later, he declared business is duty free in the Bengal province because he seen the misuse of dastakats in the Bengal province. So that is raised the competence between the. Mir Qasim was loyal to the British. Later, he declared business is duty free in India. That is very effective for the Britishers because there was a competition between the British traders and Indian traders. That is made Britishers very angry. So they have thought replace the Mir Qasim with the Mir Jafar. Means Mir Jafar again become the Nawab of Bengal. Then Mir Qasim was very angry. He gone to the Shah Alam again and Shujauddaulah take the help of these two rulers. The Shujauddaulah was the Nawab of Awadh. Shah Alam was the Mughal ruler. They came into the force and attacked on the Britishers. That time the Britishers only got the victory. Hector Munro led the army of the Britishers. So as per the results of the Battle of Buxar, Shah Alam second have given the Diwali rights to the Britishers, and Shah Alam only have to pay the 26 lakhs of rupees annually to the Britishers, and Nawab of Awadh means the Shujauddaulah have to pay the 50 lakhs rupees to the Britishers. Another is there. So Mir Jafar's son was there. Who? Mir Jafar's son. Mir Jafar's son was there because the Mir Jafar was died already. So Mir Jafar's son was there. The Britishers have made that we will give the honor, we will give the pension to you. We will give the pension to you, and you have to only namely become the Nawab. Means they have made him as the puppet there. He was namely as the Nawab, and they are giving the pension to the son of the Mir Jafar, and they have taken the administration from the Nawab of Bengal. Means the administration also came under the hands of the British after the Battle of Buxar, which administration means the Bengal province administration. After that, Robert Clive. After that, Robert Clive have introduced the dual government in India, especially in the Bengal province. Who have introduced? Robert Clive introduced the dual government concept in the Bengal province. What was the dual government? British have the right to collect the taxes. Because as you know that the Britishers have got the Diwali rights by the Shah Alam II. Okay, so that the British had the right to collect the taxes, and Nawab had only rights to administration and do the justice in the Bengal province. So this is the today's lesson. In next class we will discuss about the Sipahi Mutiny, that is refers to the first war of Indian independence. I am going to teach you about the first war of Indian independence in the next class. It was held in the 1857. Thank you. Stay safe, stay home. Take care of your health.